Lawrence Transit has recently begun a study to evaluate locations for the city and KU systems to make bus transfers. This study, the Lawrence Bus Transfer Location Analysis, is focused on identifying what the community needs and wants from a bus transfer location prior to identifying and analyzing potential sites. Community engagement will be used at every step of the process to focus decision-making. The first step is identifying community needs and goals. Today, we want to have this discussion with you about what a bus transfer site is and how it functions. We will also discuss what the community desires in a transfer location. Tonight, we thank you for your participation. We will begin with a short presentation and follow up with group discussion at tables. The primary bus transfer location currently operates along the curb of Vermont Street across from the Lawrence Public Library. This location was selected over 6 years ago as a temporary transfer site. The current location creates operational challenges. Additionally, since this site is not designed to support a bus transfer location, it presents safety concerns and it won't allow the system to grow to meet current and future demand. The current Lawrence bus network lacks a functional central transfer site. Without a central transfer site, each route must cover a longer distance to enable users to travel across the city without transferring buses. In transit terms, this is called a one-seat ride. A bus transfer location that is properly planned and designed provides the opportunity to completely transform our bus service in Lawrence. For example, take a look at Route 11, downtown to KU to South Iowa. This route starts downtown at the Vermont Street transfer site, routes through campus, and reaches its final stop at 31st and Iowa. Along the way, it connects with the K10 connector. Having the transfer location at the far northeast end of the route forces longer routes. A more centralized location would allow routes to be shortened, which could result in higher levels of service for riders. Shorter routes translates to shorter trips. This is just one example of how a bus transfer location that is properly planned and designed provides the opportunity to completely transform our bus service in Lawrence. A bus transfer site provides a convenient location for riders to transfer between routes. Many transfer sites serve the single purpose of providing bus transfers. An example of a single-purpose bus transfer site is pictured in the rendering. This particular site is the Mission Transit Center, located in northeast Johnson County. Design features that are common to most transfer locations include designated locations for multiple buses to pull in and wait while riders safely transfer from one bus to another. Site design that allows adequate flow of the buses upon arrival and departure. Seating and shade features for riders, pedestrian scale lighting to provide a secure environment, landscaping and public art features, and some parking. Architecturally, a bus transfer location has the opportunity to draw upon the existing aesthetic of a region or a neighborhood or district, or it can catalyze a new style for an area. It can include only outdoor areas, or it can provide indoor amenities. The rendering from Columbus has limited indoor space that can be used for bathroom facilities and limited indoor functions, such as bus pass sales. Enhanced indoor areas can also provide administrative offices, break areas for bus drivers, meeting rooms, and indoor waiting areas. Transfer locations can also be built to focus on the accommodation of current demands or look to the growth of the future. It can be a single-use facility or it can include other uses such as shopping, housing, or offices. In addition to operating efficiencies for Lawrence Transit and KU on Wheels, a new transfer site can provide a connection to other modes of transportation. These could include the K10 connector, future commuter bus service to Kansas City or Topeka, Greyhound, enhanced bike parking or future bike share, car share, paratransit, or even pedestrian access. We have analyzed locations in the past, but what was missing from the previous work was a thorough discussion about what Lawrencians want and need from a transfer location. We need a firm understanding of this before we can start considering or analyzing locations. That's where we start today. At tonight's meeting, we will have 3 tables focused around discussion topics. You will find some topical questions on the back of your meeting handout. The first topic is site design. What design elements are necessary and which are not? Transit operations is the next table. How will transfers impact you, and how could this location be more useful? Finally, there is an economic development table. How can this location enhance economic development, both by improving access to jobs and by enhancing neighborhoods? There will be a guided facilitator at each table to assist with the discussion and provide technical context. There are also markers and paper for you to document notes. The work we are beginning at this meeting will set the groundwork for the rest of the study. Tonight and for the next few weeks on Lawrence Listens, which can be accessed at the city's website, we will be asking about the community's desires for a bus transfer site. In October, we will have a Lawrence Listens poll, which will request feedback on site selection criteria. In November, there will be a public meeting and a Lawrence Listens poll to help us finalize site selection. Your input is essential to this process. Thank you for participating tonight. As we transition to our tables, we ask that you participate fully, feel comfortable speaking up, and ask questions. We aren't ready to talk about specific locations yet. Today we are talking more generally about the types of amenities and operational conditions a site would include. Please make sure that you fill out a comment card before you leave. As the process proceeds, continue to follow updates on the Lawrence Transit website and take our surveys in October and November on Lawrence Listens.